Hi, this is John Alex with the third match in my league run with 4-color Delver. 0-2 so far, quite unfortunate, lost 2 mid-range mirrors. The first one to True Name Nemesis, and the second one basically to Baleful Strix on the draw, keeping this. We lost to a quite grindy Zultai mid-range deck. The first one we actually rather lost to. Okay, this is annoying. This is Chalice, and I may or may not want to force this actually. I would not force it with the Delverless list. I would not force it if I had Rob Decay in hand. Not forcing this is definitely risky, but I mean, we don't know what else our opponent has. I think I'm gonna let this resolve and wasteland them. It is certainly risky, but if they have Trinisphere next, we're in a lot of trouble. There's a mountain. And if you can ignore one of these pieces in these matchups, it's usually really good for you, especially if you have force then. And this is shaping up to be an okay draw against this deck. Okay, so there's another Chalice. If this is indeed another one, I'm gonna daze it. One I can destroy, but the second one would be okay. I'm fetching Tropical here because I can fetch Badlands with the next one and then be able to cast everything. Okay, okay, this is working out decently. And now I can fetch Volcanic with the Scalding Town, which is nice. And this is Sin Prodder, which I'm also going to daze. Okay, Snapcaster is a nice draw. As soon as we draw Abrupt Decay. Our opponent is also very low on cards. Wow, another Spirit Guide. Trinisphere. I think I'm actually forcing it. Am I dazing this again? Actually, I think I am, yeah. This is a really stupid game. Our opponent has 2 lands and 1 card, and they can't really do too much out of those. Notably, we still haven't cast the Night's Whisper on turn 5 because we never had more than 1 land. But that's not too big an issue. And now we're at the point where our opponent doesn't really do anything anymore. They're mulliganed and then they exile 2 Spirit Guides. Drawing the Lightning Bolt here is amazing, but a case could have been made for firing off the Night's Whisper, but I don't really want to discard. Another Chalice. And at this point I'm just gonna let that resolve because we have Snapcaster Mage. If we draw a Decay, we can deal with both Chalices. And this way we get to keep the force for like a Blood Moon or another Trinisphere, for example. And there's another force, which is pretty good. Playing with fire here, for sure. But not forcing the first challenge. Chalice definitely turned out to be pretty decent. I'm not sure if we're at a point yet where I want to cast Night's Whisper, discard, but I don't think we are. Okay, so there's another land and there's Sin Prodder, which I'm actually going to force. We have another hard cast force next turn, and we also have Night's Whisper now. And this Delver actually makes me want to cast Night's Whisper. because we can pitch the Delver to 4, so it's not too bad if we can't hardcast Force. Okay. Chandra? Thunderbreak Regent. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I think I'm gonna fire off Snapcaster, Knight's Whisper, depending on what I draw. Wouldn't mind drawing Gomak Angler. Gomak Angler is really good in those positions. So far, the Chalices have traded for 2 cards, the Lightning Bolt and the Thoughtseize. Which is perfectly fine with me. So yeah, here's just a Snapcaster, Knight's Whisper. I could try to find another land and then have Snapcaster, Force of Will, but I think being slightly more proactive is good. Of course, if our opponent has another big creature, this will punish us. And there's a land, but I think I'd rather just blow up the Ancient Tomb. And now these Chalices are good. And Goblin Rabble Master, wow, that's definitely an annoying one to hit. This is really annoying. Yeah, not blocking that one. Another Snapcaster Mage, that's not doing anything, unfortunately. But I actually think I want to attack here. It might make our opponent want to attack with Goblin Rebel Master, and then we can just kill it with Snapcaster. Or Ambush Viper, rather. It's not the greatest use of a Snapcaster Mage, but what can you do? And we actually do get to kill the Goblin Rebel Master with a Snapcaster Mage versus these. Obviously, would have much rather preferred drawing an Abrupt Decay somewhere here, but fortunately that wasn't the case. Gangler. Okay, Wasteland doesn't do anything. I'm gonna keep attacking here. It's not ideal, but we need something to happen anyway. The way it turned out, it definitely wasn't great to let Chalice resolve, but I think given the position we were in at that time, I think it was correct. Okay, there's City, and now there's another crazy good card. That one we likely can't beat. Does it say artifact? Sacrifice artifact? Okay, yeah, then we're just actually dead next turn because they attack with everything and shoot a Chalice at us. That was unfortunate. Not really drawing anything. One Abrupt Decay would have been enough to win this game, I think. But it didn't happen, so what can you do? And we could block, but I don't think that really does anything. This game is over, really. And there's the Abrupt Decay for the Robins. Yeah, quite unfortunate, but that's how it goes, I guess. Now we get to bring in Colligan's commands. And that's pretty much it. But we also don't really want to board out anything. I don't like this card too much in this matchup, but I also like everything else. I think we bought up the Thoughtseizers and just bring in one Fatal Push. Mostly because we've seen so many creatures. Rebel Master, Pia and Kiran Nala, Sin Prodder. Push is decent there, it's not amazing, but at least it does something more than Thoughtseize, I think, because as you've seen, our opponent was pretty low on cards in hand the entire game. And this would be a very risky keep. It would be good if our opponent didn't Chalice on turn 1. And I'm actually going to keep it. Notably, I'm going to go fetch a blue land for the Deathrite Shaman rather than play it off Badlands in order to 1 represent Ace and 2 because I can then cast over and ponder next turn potentially. I might also just die to turn 1 Chalice here, but I don't think you can have everything. And I guess this is actually turn 1 Chalice, which is annoying. Now I'm wondering if I should wasteland them. Okay, this is good. This is actually really good. So I'm gonna blow up the Chalice and then play Delver. Hashtag skill game. And hope our opponent doesn't Fiery Confluence us. Which may very well happen here. Could also be Blood Moon. I guess do want to reveal this card. Now I have to make a choice. I don't think I'm ever gonna destroy the Blood Moon. I don't have Blue Blast in my deck, and for the K I'm short a land. So I think I'm gonna cast the Ponder here. Could potentially wait until I have another blue card. And these are the cards I can cast. Yes. Today is 1 turn late. Unfortunate. But the Abrupt Decay was also pretty decent. Definitely not the greatest way to lose a game. If this is indeed how we lose this. We are in a decent position. Okay, Snapcaster Mage punishing me for casting the Ponder. Not gonna play lands though. In 3 turns time, which is pretty much when my opponent is dead, I will be able to discard a land and then we can bolt Snapcaster Bolt. Chromox, okay, and Fiery Confluence. Yeah. Is there anything we can do? I don't think so. If our opponent were at 12 rather than 13, we could bolt them to death. This is annoying. This is really annoying. This deck has not been working out so far, or maybe it was me. I think it was a combination of both. I made some bold choices for sure, and I got punished for them. This Trinisphere does not do anything. I mean, there is potential our opponent some way or another loses 1 life, but I really just like being dead to Blood Moon, to be honest. This I have to counter. Okay, another force, decent. Our opponent's mana base, notably, would be really bad without the Blood Moon with all these cities. That's kind of funny. So is this Chalice at 1? We would actually have to force it. Oh. Our opponent has no cards, interesting. Now there's a creature, another Blood Moon, doesn't do anything. This is one of the instances where I like having Young Paramount's at my Deva deck, because then you can just often sneak under Blood Moon. Sin Proda, sure. This likely means game over. That's too late. I mean, our opponent's draw was pretty good. The turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Blood Moon. That's not something... Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna concede here to save your time. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you tomorrow with the 4th match in this League 1 with the 4-color Deva deck that has not been treating us very well. Thank you very much for tuning in.